That's Mark Landro. I thought I'd do a little video here because cost of living crisis and stuff. I've put a diesel heater heating the house. So this, I'll open the lid. That is a 5 kilowatt diesel heater. So the air intake is there. That's the heater, and then the heat out is there. And then the fuel, so the cables go into the house. They've got a kind of 14mm hole, which I've got to fill obviously. And then the tank has got I'll just put it there, has got a feed here. So if I sit it down without mounting it, then I'll interfere with the feed. So I've got it on its side at the moment. So I'll support it on some wood, so I can then sit it straight. But that's the feed in. So it sits on a little concrete block that I made, and the exhaust is out of this end here. It's just out of a little hole out of the box. And I'll go inside, and that's the heater. And she's blowing out, first time, blowing out superbly hot air. So I'll come around here and I'll close this door. And then the controls, they've got to be tidied up a little bit. So the controls are behind my little telephone table. And it's actually a 30 amp step down transformer from 240 volts down to 12 volts. And then these cables here, so these are the 12 volt outs. So we've got a 240 volt in, and that goes to the plug. And then we've got two 12 volts out, and they go to the heater. And then this cable goes to the control. So the control will be mounted up here on the wall. Up here on the wall. We'll just put it on the wall there, and then trunking just to make her secure. But at the moment she's pushing out bags of heat, and we've got a remote here so you can actually sit on the couch and then, I mean, I've not set this up yet, but you can sit on the couch and then control it from the couch if you want to. So there's our heater. So it's actually a 30 amp. You don't need a 30 amp, but there was one going pretty cheap on Amazon, so I got it. So a 30 amp control, that takes the voltage from 240 volts down to 12. So the 240 is in there, controlled in here, and then comes out of here. That's 12 volts. That goes to power the heater, and then this cable comes in for the control. I've used a household cable here because I just didn't have enough wire. It was thick enough. So I'll go back outside. So that's how she sits. She's going to sit on the wall and tidy up, obviously. And then she's blasting out hair. Now this is the coldest part of the house because this is a porch. And it is thick, double skin, but it's got a wooden front door, old style letterbox and stuff. So this is the coldest part of the house, and I'm stood in it. I'm getting roasting stood here. So that's 5 kilowatts, and that's pointing in this area here to keep it warm, and then going up the stairs, because the stairs are there. I'll just go there, the stairs are there. So it just goes up the stairs to power this side of the house. So I'll go back and show you what I've done. So outside the house, it actually looks like if I come away, it actually looks like it will when I've got it mounted properly. When that mounts straight, it just sits behind the box. So it looks like an Amazon delivery box. And the only way you can really tell is that pipe. Well, I think we'll paint that pipe to match the bricks a little bit, a browny pink type of colour. We'll paint that pipe just so it looks less obvious. Got to redo the pebbles across here, of course, and make sure the pebbles are all straight. But she's sat on a concrete block. And what I've done is I've bolted in the bolts inside the concrete block, and then the heater sits. It's an all-in-one unit, and when they say all-in-one, it's supposed to be kind of instant when you do it. But it did take me a good afternoon to set it up. But she's working. She worked first time. She's blowing out. She's full of fuel, and she's blasting away heating the house. I mean, that's as good as a furnace. She sounds noisy from here, but obviously we're inside the house so we can't hear it, and we haven't got any neighbours to bother, so she's actually pretty good. I'm liking this little bracket for the air intake. That keeps it away from the exhaust, which is on the other side of the box. So we're looking pretty good. So I'm quite chuffed with that. It's really good. Now I've got two of these. I've got this is a 5 kilowatt, and then I've got a 2 kilowatt that powers the conservatory, which is brilliant. I'll disguise this concrete plinth a little bit. I did the concrete plinth last week, and you can't tell from back here, can you? You can't see it's there. That's pretty good. So mark out.